wine lovers, my name's Kimberly and welcome back to Wine on a Dime. Today we're going to be reviewing a wine that I have tasted several times and I'm so excited to finally feature it on my show. It is the ultimate red wine crowd pleaser. I'm talking about Apothic Crush. Do you have a crush on me? I can't wink, so probably not. This wine is a Petite Syrah and Pinot Noir blend, and that's kind of interesting because there's usually two schools of thought when it comes to loving red wine. You usually have your people who love light-bodied red wine like Pinot Noir and those who love big, bold red wines like Petite Syrah. And Petite Syrah is one of the boldest grapes out there. It is bolder than Cab, it is bolder than regular Syrah. So this wine, blending those two together is just the perfect party wine. It's bound to fit the need for all your guests without having to buy several varieties. That's exciting. This wine is 14.5% alcohol by volume. I bought it for $7.99 on sale at CVS Pharmacy, and it usually ranges between $10 and $14 depending when you get this. I bought this particular bottle around Valentine's Day, so it was a good time to buy it. Apothic is part of the E.J. Gallo Winery, which is one of the biggest wine distributors in California. They kind of don't really advertise that on their bottles or anything. It's kind of one of their special off labels, so it's very popular in the $10 to $20 range, and let's try this out. All right, I poured myself a glass of my Apothic Crush here. It is kind of, it's a dark red, and it's crawling into the purple scheme here. Oh, I almost swished out of my glass. Usually you wouldn't drink this out of such a large glass, but this is what I had clean right now, so bear with me. When I was up here, I could smell the fruits on this, so whew. There's definitely, the first thing it hit me was when I was up here, I could smell kind of this bright fruit, bright cherries, maybe some plums, a little blueberry, but when I got up close, I was really hit hard with a pepper. It has kind of like a burnt spice, maybe caramel scent to it. It smells really nice. It smells balanced. There's some acid on the nose, which is, I don't know if you like that. I like it. Let's have a taste. All right. I've had this wine so many times and I'm always impressed about how velvety the finish is. That's probably the first thing you notice if you haven't had a velvety finish. When you swallow it, it's like your whole tongue is just like smooth and it's really delightful. It has an interesting texture to it. Right on the tongue, I get chocolate covered cherries, pretty strong. It's kind of the dominant flavor there. I get a little bit of the pepper, maybe some caramel in there too. It's kind of tannic, but the velvety finish kind of, I can see if you're not into tannic wines, that the Pinot really balances out the tannic, like, of in your mouth from the Petite Sirah. It's very nice. I'm drinking this straight out of the bottle, but if you maybe left this open for half an hour, 45 minutes on your counter, it would kind of relieve some of that tannic if it is a bit much for you. I think it's fine right out of the bottle. Some people like other stuff. It's simple in its taste, that it's mostly chocolate covered cherries, but it's very well balanced and it does that flavor well. So I kind of like that there's not a whole abundance of different flavors in this wine, because that's when things can get really messy and then something can get off. But this is really simple, and the mouthfeel really adds to the complexity of the entire wine. So it has a simple taste, but there's a lot going on with the texture that really takes it up a notch, which is quite nice. This would pair well with this is the type of wine I think would pair well with, you know, if you had red meat, this would taste great. But this could also just be your dessert, like, you know, after dinner, if you had a glass of this, it tastes like chocolate covered cherries. This would be a good dessert wine. It's not super sweet, but I wouldn't say that it's like sour or extra dry by any means. What would I rate this wine? In terms of like the Apothic family and their wines they have out like right now, this is probably one of my favorites. I do like Apothic Red. I'm not a huge fan of Apothic Dark. It's a bit too bitter for me. But I like how this is just such a crowd pleaser wine. I've recommended it for parties before, or if I've had guests over. This is the first thing that I'll open up, especially if they're kind of like not as into wine as me. They're like, this is awesome. What is this? I want to buy it. So I really think they're hitting the perfect market here. I think they do a pretty good job. I'm gonna give them a 4.8 out of 5. This is quite delicious. I think that you and all of your friends will love it. If anyone is a wine lover, they'll like it. And also if they're a complete wine noob, I think they will still enjoy this. Would I pay full price for this? Would I pay $14 for this? Ugh, that's where it gets a little tough, because I think this is one of those wines that is best at the $10 range. So I don't think that I would, unless I specifically was having a party that I knew I wanted to please plenty of people, I might pay $14 for this. But if I was just buying for myself and this was $14 and something else better was on sale to the $14 range, I probably would opt for a higher Zin or a higher Petite Sirah, just because, I don't know, I think that its retail might be priced a little on the higher end, but when you can get this for around $10, I think that's really its sweet spot. So, is that really an answer? It might not be an answer, but it's my show. I do what I want. Thanks for tuning into my review of Apothic Crush. If you like this content, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you really like it, I would love your subscription. I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, and that's really exciting. And I'm going to do something out of the ordinary, super special when I hit that 100. So if you want to see what that is, go ahead and subscribe today. And as always, if you have a suggestion or want me to review a specific wine or answer any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'm more than happy to discuss this red heavenly beverage with you, known as wine.